Good day everyone. Today, I will discuss the information processing theory. So, this theory explains how a student receive, stored, and remember information. Also, in this theory, it compares the human mind to a computer that processes information step by step. So, what is information processing theory? So, information processing theory focuses on how learning happens inside the mind. Also, it explains how information enters the brain through the senses, is processed, and later retrieved when needed. So, let's now proceed to the types of knowledge. So, we have 4 types of knowledge. We have declarative knowledge, procedural knowledge, episodic knowledge, and conditional knowledge. So, in declarative knowledge, this is knowing what, or this is factual knowledge. Like, for example, your name, your address, or the definition of information processing theory. The second is procedural knowledge, or knowing how. So this is knowing how to do something. Like for example, baking a cake, making a lesson plan, or solving a math problem. And then the third is episodic knowledge. So this is like experiences. So these are memories of personal events. Like for example, graduation, birthday, or your first day in college. And then the last is conditional knowledge. So this is knowing when and why to use what you learn. Like for example, knowing when to use group work instead of a lecture in class. Let's now proceed to the stages of information processing. So we have 3 stages of information processing. We have encoding, storage, and retrieval. So encoding happens when information is noticed and understood. Like, for example, when a teacher uses pictures, stories, or examples, the student can understand the lessons better. And then, storage is when information is kept in memory. Like, students remember a lessons longer when it is connected to their real-life experiences. And then the last is retrieval. So retrieval is when information is remembered and used. Like for example, answering a question in class or using what you learned during an exam. So let's now proceed to the memory system. So we also have 3 types of memory system. So we have sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. So in sensory memory, meaning this holds information for seconds only. Like for example, seeing a word on the board but forgetting it right away. And then the second is short-term memory. So this holds information for 18 seconds only. Like repeating a phone number before saving it. And then for the last, which is long-term memory, this stores information for a long time. Like for example, remembering how to read or how to write. So let's now proceed to the attention. So, attention is very important in learning because students only learn when they pay attention. Like, for example, if students are interested in the lessons, they remember it better. And then, next is forgetting. So, forgetting happens when information is not used. So, we have 2 types of forgetting. We have decay and interference. In decay, this is information fades over time. And then the interference, it is new information replaces old information. And then the last is implication to teaching process. So, information processing theory shows that teachers should use visual aids, give lesson in small parts, repeat important ideas, and for the last is connect lessons to students' experiences. So that's all for information processing theory. Thank you so much and goodbye.